Hey there, gang. This is White Panther coming to you from Tucson, Arizona with episode 14 of volume 4 of our video series Inside the Panther's Lair. Today we'll be talking about a song called Sings with Angels. There have been far too many people lately that have had me singing this song. We've lost a lot of good people as of late. The song itself got its origin, a year ago in April. One of baby girl's pet Angora rabbits that she had for a while moved on to the big rabbit patch in the sky. And she had been online and she found this gal with I want to say it's about 40 miles east of Houston that had some babies, and we had set out on a road trip to go pick up some new additions to the furry family. Anyway, we're probably about halfway across Texas, maybe 2/3 of the way across Texas, coming in from Arizona, and it had started just barely raining. And I made a cute little comment to her about how when it rains, it just means that the angels are crying. And it was something about how the cloud cover kind of changed. I'm really trying not to be dramatic here, but the cloud cover kind of shifted a little bit and got a little darker. And I asked her to reach for a piece of paper and a pen and just started spitting out the lyrics. Started from the hook, and it just kind of took on a life of its own. I tried not to stop. I tried not to bust out the BlackBerry and sing like I usually do. I just figured as they came to me, I'd spit out a line at a time and have her write them down. And we got a good chunk of it written down. The remainder of the car ride. We wound up stopping. I want to remember whether this was day 1 or day 2. It was a long trip. And I know I've brought this particular song title up at least once, if not twice before during the series. But a friend of mine, Troy Olson, wrote and released a song back in 2006 that was called It's a Long Way Across Texas. And having driven both ways from Arizona to Texas, just 40 miles east of Houston and back, I can confirm his observation. Yes, it is a long, long way across Texas. And I'm trying to recall whether it was that first night or the second night. First night we wound up stopping. We were going to stop at the Holiday Inn Express. And unfortunately there was no room at the inn. So we wound up at a Motel 6. They left the light on, and I'm not even going to apologize to the folks at Motel 6, but I wish they had left the light off. Next time we won't be winging it in terms of overnight accommodations. So anyway, get back to the song. We got to the hotel, and I took a little step outside and laid down a few pieces of it piecemeal. Didn't quite have it all together just yet. But the basic story behind the lyrics is fella just sitting there thinking back on his gal who has passed, remembering the day that of her funeral, standing at the graveside. And I know this sounds kind of grim and creepy, but hear me out. Remember saying his goodbyes at the gravesite and just knowing that the angels were crying. Not because they were sad, but because one of their own was coming back home. I do tend to put myself 100 bazillion% into all the songs that I write and perform. I've had a hard enough time wrapping my mind around. Sorry. Even the thought of just not having baby girl around. The thought of that permanent divide was just a bit overwhelming, imagined as it may be. And the little glimmer of hope at the end of the song is just knowing that she'll be waiting for me on the other side, with arms wide open. So, wish there was more to the story. That's really about it. I do tend to sing this when I hear of someone passing and feeling the pain that their loved ones have to feel in letting them go. But again, always with the hope of being reunited with them sometime down the ways. So, with that, this is White Panther, as always, asking you to keep music in your hearts, and may God bless you.
There were so many nights laying in our bed when you were fast asleep lying there with that pillow under your angel head. I would sing to you, oh so quietly, and you try to hide that little smile that your soul did not want me to see. How I long to see that smile. It's been a long, long, long while since I had to let you go. Why the Lord it took you, I don't know. I remember how it rained the day we said goodbye, from all the tears falling from angels' eyes, tears of joy 'cause you were finally coming home. You know I'll never really understand why the pain of losing you, it still makes me cry every single night while I'm lying here alone. I wanna sing to you, I wanna hear you sing to me, but for now that just can't be, because it's time for you to sing with angels, since your time down here is done. But I know you'll put your love and arms around me when it's time for me to come on home. I dream about our time together whenever I close my eyes. I imagine you looking down on me when I stare up at the sky. It just hurts so bad that you're not here, I just can't help but cry and cry. But now it's time for you to sing with angels, since your time down here is done. Can't wait for you to put your love